Hello and welcome back to Food Happy. I'm so excited you're here. It is episode 15, which is insane. So, in an effort to get to know some of my subscribers, I would love it if you would leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. You just need state, or if we've gone international, tell me what country you're watching from. But I assume most of my subscribers are United States bound, but if not, I definitely want the international presence to let us know where you're watching from. But yeah, drop a comment with which state you are watching Food Happy from. But tonight we are going to be making a loaded Greek tater tot bowl. I love this. It is quick, it is easy. Let's get into it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is make our tzatziki sauce. I think I'm saying that correctly, but you guys aren't here for my word pronunciation, so here we go. First thing is 2 cups of Greek yogurt. All right, so we have our Greek yogurt. We're gonna set this to the side because next we are bringing our chopper back and we are going to finely dice 1 cucumber. First, we will cut the ends off, like so. And then now we are going to set our cucumbers to the side and get our garlic ready. Okay, so I already roasted the garlic. If you don't know how to do that, leave a comment and I will tell you what I did. But it is, see, it's nice and roasted, and we are just gonna squeeze out some cloves. It's good for what we're doing. And we are gonna finely mince this like so. And we want to get it nice and fine, almost paste-like. So since that's my goal, I'm just going to do that because that's easier than chopping. All right, now we have a nice garlic clove paste, which is perfect. Okay, we are going to bring our Greek yogurt back and add the garlic. We're just gonna do that and mix that in so that can start getting good and flavorful. All right, now we're gonna put that to the side again. We are going to chop some fresh dill. I don't know, that feels like enough dill. Bring our bowl back. Dump the dill. Perfect. Now let's add our cucumber. All right, now we are going to add some salt. Himalayan sea salt is what I use, that's why it's pink. And some pepper. I'm going to take some lemon. And do take 2 tablespoons of olive oil. All right, we're gonna do a little taste test. That's really good. Very, very good. No notes on that. Gonna set this to the side, let it sit, let it soak in all the flavor, and then we're gonna chop our vegetables and prepare our meat. Okay, before we start chopping our vegetables, we are going to start our tater tots. Mine go in the oven, according to the bag, at 425 for 25 minutes. Okay, let's start chopping our vegetables. We're gonna start with a cucumber. Always cut the ends off. All right, check on cucumbers. We're gonna set those to the side. Next, we will do red onion. This is just as a topping, so you really don't need all that much. Red onion goes a long way, in my opinion. Set our red onion to the side, and next we have our grape or cherry tomatoes that we're going to chop up. Again, I have a few people in my life that don't like tomatoes, so tomatoes are optional here. All of this is optional. If you don't like any of these toppings, I would suggest not using them. And cucumber, we're gonna salt it a little bit, and our veggies are chopped. Okay, last thing we are going to chop up before we start on the beef is just some fresh mint. I love fresh mint. On top of this, it just adds an added flavor burst that I think really complements it well. Y'all can hear Bradford in the background. He's patrolling, he's my security, and someone drove by. So, we are going to take 1 pound of ground beef and we are going to brown it. The key here are the seasonings that we're going to use. And these are all very, very Greek friendly. So first we're gonna do some salt. We're gonna do some pepper. We are going to do some onion powder. We are going to do some paprika. We are going to do some basil. We are going to do some oregano. And we are going to get this good and brown. All right, I would say our meat is finished. Now it's time to build our bowl. All right, all of our prep is done. Let's build our bowl. Tater tots. Chop the tater tots with our beef. We are then going to do our other toppings. I love red onion, so I'm doing a couple scoops of that. I also really love tomatoes, so I'm gonna have a healthy amount of tomato. Cucumber. Our tzatziki sauce, table and a half of that. And then I'm adding some Ithaca hummus. It's jalapeno lime. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of that. we're going to do a little bit of feta. And last but not least, we are going to sprinkle this with some fresh mint, and voila. All right, that brings us to the end of today's Food Happy episode. I'm so glad you were here. I'm so glad you were making loaded Greek tater tots. I hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you do make any of the Food Happy dishes, or if you're out to eat and you're having a Food Happy moment with that experience, tag me in that as well. Food Happy is a mindset. It is the opposite of hangry. As I stated in last week's episode, I am on the hunt for 50 subscribers by the end of March. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you haven't told a friend yet and you're enjoying Food Happy, tell a friend. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share an episode. I appreciate all of the engagement, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.